Hey everyone, and welcome to live 4 of our interviews with our Coaching Minds coaches. And I've got the privilege today to interview our amazing life coach, Karen Fowler. Karen, I'm really looking forward to today's discussion and listen to what you've got to share with everybody. You're on mute, Karen.
Sorry. That's one thing I'm not very good at, is the technology. However, this it's a real pleasure to be here, Paul. The courses, I think it's really good. It certainly suits mine. So I'm more than happy to be here to share my views.
And thank you. I'm really grateful for you volunteering to be here today in this space. So if you're tuned in, let us know you're tuned in. If you've got any questions for Karen or myself, please drop them in the comments box. I'll come back to them at the end and bring in all your questions to Karen in this space. My first question, Karen, is just to find out more about what attracted you to becoming a life coach.
I think a lot of people quite often, friends and family and that, sort of share private and confidential information with me, and so it made me feel as though that I had something to offer in that line, and it's something that I would like to take forward, because I believe if life coaching helps people. So I think that obviously it's a bit different when you're talking to family and friends, because you obviously can't give advice, but learning to do it in the way where you extract information, knowing that and sort of plans, knowing that the person has everything themselves inside of them to actually do it and finds their own answers is really good. So it's a skill, and I'm really glad to be actually doing it.
So just a question I have on that, Karen, sparked a bit of something I'm interested in is, you said lots of people come to you for advice and support. I'm just wondering if, since you've become a life coach, has it become easier for you to give that help and support to others?
I think I don't think anything changes in that. But I think that sometimes your life coach head comes on, and you sort of bring that into your family and friends, and you think, should I be a friend here or should I be a life coach? But I think that you settle to your own bit with whoever you are with. I mean, it's much different in a life coaching session. Obviously you can't do that, but when it's in a family, friends, or just people asking you advice, then it doesn't matter that those lines aren't crossed. So it just depends on the situation, I think, Paul. It's what comes into your head, and I think we use our gut and our intuition quite a lot in life coaching anyway. About which questions to ask and where to go with getting drawing information out of the client.
Yeah, no, and I can resonate with that. I think that's one of the challenges that we have as a life coach with friends, family, those close to us. When they come in, they're seeking that help. It's, do you want my life coach head, or do you want the friendship head? Do you want a bit of advice, or do you want me to hold that space for you? So it's definitely a challenge that we can face as life coaches. The next question I have, so there's many coaching organizations out there. There's many coaches. There's many programs. I just want to know, what is it that attracted you to Coaching Minds?
That's easy. I think that it's such a professional course. It's you come from a complete space of authenticity, and what you want and what Coaching Minds is all about is giving back to the world, basically, in loving kindness and affordable coaching for everybody. It's the governance behind it as well, what you've put in place to make sure that the client is held in the best regard and we are actually held accountable. So it's not just that we can coach after a 5-minute, course. It's accredited, and we have to pass exams and a lot of training in order to do that. And if we follow through and become life coaches associated with Coaching Minds, you also then have reviews. So it's not just you pass your exam and that's that with you. It's you're constantly reviewed when you then join, so that you make sure that we are still being an ethical coach, which is all of our passions, I think.
Yeah, no, I think that's what we all have in terms of alignment, in terms of our coaches, is that we want to be ethical, we want to be professional. And there's lots of courses out there that actually have a detrimental impact on the industry, where you can pay as little as £20 or $25. You do a series of videos, you get your life coach certificate, and then you go out thinking you're a life coach, not knowing what the hell you're doing, and actually having a negative impact on people by the way you're portraying yourself. But not only that, it also leaves you, well, what next? Is this all that life coaching is? This 5-6 lessons that I've watched for £20? Like, how do I grow a business? How do I protect my clients? How do I offer them value? How do I hold that space? So there's a lot to life coaching than people think, and it's good that you've chosen to go down an accredited program rather than just one of these online £20 sessions that people tend to take, and just to get a certificate to say they're a life coach. So thank you for sharing that, Karen. I really appreciate it. So with regards to our certification course, what is it that you like best? What is it you most enjoy?
I don't think there's one thing. It's so with me, I learn much better face to face, and everything that you do from the 5 live course. You'll have to remind me the terminology. The 5 sort of courses we did for the 5 stages, where we all joined online, went in breakout rooms. I learned from hands-on, so to speak. So that was excellent for me. Then the modules, the 5 modules, are all broken down into so many sections that you can do piecemeal, and then you can go back, and each one of them has the pearls of wisdom and then quizzes. So the actual course is like reiterated into your brain all the time. So if you getting stuck on something, you can just go back and review it and do that in your own time. So there's no sort of real pressure on you doing it right this minute. And there's just so much content and so much help and support. So it's not just one thing that I couldn't possibly just say one thing, because there's just so much that you offer within that course with support, and it's like a family as well. So
thank you for sharing that, Karen, and thank you for being so kind towards what we're offering here, and really putting out there in terms of the modules and the seminars. So I really appreciate your positive feedback. So thank you so much. And that's one of the things we try to do here, is we don't just want to give you, okay, it's quite detailed, it's quite lengthy. There's over 80 lessons to work through online, which is a video, pearls of wisdom sheet, reflective exercise, quiz. So it's really in depth. But we want to help you understand that properly with our seminars each week, where we dive deep into and have those interactive exchanges over Zoom to really help you understand the core concepts that come from each of those modules. So, and I want to thank you. You've made it through. You've gone through all 5 seminars, and you've been to each one. So thank you for getting through those seminars and really learning a bit about each of the modules in depth. So it's great. So next question I have is regarding our coaching center. So if you're tuned in, you don't know what part of our certification course, what we offer is a coaching center where people can get access to free or donation-based coaching. We connect them with one of our coaches on our certification program, and our trainee will take that client, coach them over a period of time, and any donation that the client wants to give will go straight into our coach's pocket. So Karen, I just want to know what your thoughts are on our coaching.
I think it's an amazing space because that gives the trainees an opportunity to pick up clients and while they're training, and then they can supply them as trying to find a word for Paul, help me out. Supply a recorded session, to the supervisors for marking, so to make sure that we're growing as we do it. So that is part of the course. So those are brilliant. That's only if they actually agree to share that, but that also helps such a lot with our training. But it's also giving back to the people who come in, because we will do it free, or we can offer a donation based. So that's just the coaching offer, but the actual hub itself is there's so much content in there where you can grow. There's a lot of free content. There's coaching pods where we each have a space that we can take advantage of if we want to, and there's lots of content that go through there, and we can all share each other's if we can all join each other's, so we get experience from other people's help and understanding as well. So it's a real community that helps each other, I think, and just there's the book club that I love within there. We read the book every week, and like, you don't have to attend every week, don't have to even read the book. Like, when there's a discussion going on, you can get all the information out there. It's just a wonderful place, but it's also off of Facebook. So that gives you the chance to actually learn and grow and not get interrupted by all of the actual other content that comes into your feed while you're actually on Facebook. So it's just a really community-based place. Family.
No, thank you for sharing all that, Karen. Lots of stuff that we do, lots of stuff that we offer. We're conscious we do a lot here at Coaching Minds. And the reason being is so people can find what it is that resonates with them, what they're attracted to, and just focus on that particular area, whether it's the book club, whether it's actually I need a coach, I can't afford a coach, how do I get that help and support I need? I can apply to the Coaching Minds Coaching Center and get hooked up and connected with one of our trainee coaches. And if you are a coach or you're looking to join our certification program, one of the requirements that we have, because it's quite an extensive program, is you have to complete 40 hours of one-to-one coaching with clients. So our coaching center is designed to help bring you clients so you can meet those requirements of the 40 hours and help you learn. And at the same time, the people who are getting that free coaching or giving you a donation for your coaching, they understand that you're learning, that you're a trainee, that you're on your path to certification as well. So it's a win-win. So if you're looking for coaching and you want to connect with one of our coaches, drop me a message, drop me a private message, or drop a comment here, and we can look to connect you with one of our coaches here in the Coaching Minds certification program. So like I said, it's a win-win benefit. You help them on their journey to becoming a certified and accredited life coach, and they help you by using the tools and everything they're learning in their certification program to help you achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve or get past whatever challenge you're currently facing. So Karen, you mentioned it briefly, but I just want to know your thoughts or what you think of this functionality that we have. So we also offer, as an extra service, is we set up all of our coaches with their very own online coaching space called a coaching pod. What is your thoughts on our coaching pods?
Yeah, no, I think that's an amazing space, because you can bring your speciality into there, and it's your private area for your clients. You can put lots of content. You help and support with content as well. I don't think there's much that you don't help and support with, and also I think we've got like affiliations that actually help us as well within that. Not necessarily in the pods, but just help us with sort of promoting and making it easier for us with the life coaching. But when we actually join as well, if we join you, that makes it a lot easier for us to manage some of our content and how that goes out. So I think they're brilliant.
No, thank you, Karen. Thank you. I'm glad you feel like we're here to support you, because that's one of the things that we want at Coaching Minds, is to see our coaches succeed. And we know that there's a lot more to coaching than just learn a curriculum and just holding that space. You need to think about how you set up your business, how you market yourself, how you can get clients, how you can manage software, business processes, how you can simplify that journey for your client too. So that's why we've got into partnerships with people like MeetFox, with Infinity, that offer these platforms in this way of really making that journey simple for you and your clients as well. So we really want to help our coaches, not just with the curriculum, the theory, learning the skills, but also the business side of things as well. We think that's missing from a lot of programs out there, is the coaches can have all this theory, have all the skills that they need, but then if they don't understand how business works, how to set up a business, how to run a business, that can hold them back as well. So we want to give that through our special webinars, through our workshops. And then we also understand that, we live in a modern day society where technology runs everything, and technology moves so fast. So we're actively seeking the new, easiest, simplest technologies that can be beneficial for our coaching practice, and also bringing in information to our coaches and giving them the support on the technical side of things as well. So thank you for sharing that.
I was just going to say, I mean, that's a real big advantage, because it can be really confusing and quite worrying, I think. So the way you actually set that out and support us in that makes a hell of a lot of difference. And all the supporting material that actually you give to us as part of that coach of the course, to actually help us along our way and to guide and instruct us how we should proceed, or support us to proceed if we should choose to do that. So for someone like me, who's not so very technically minded, I mean, that's a huge plus for me.
And what Sam mentioned yesterday, what I love and what I'm seeing is, it's not just myself, Adele, or supervisors helping the coaches, but the coaches helping each other. So I've spent time with one coach, for example, I spent time with Daniel or Sam, and I've shown them how to use something. They'll happily show you how to use something, or they'll sit down with Andini, and you really work, like you said, they build a family where people are supporting each other. And, there's no competition in here. It's all collaboration. We all want everybody to succeed. We all realize that people are attracted to different people for coaching, help, and support based on their values. We all share those core values, but then we have other values in expertise or experience, or kind of, just places we can, like, kind of niches that we kind of evolve into. And it's good that we all collaborate together and we help and support each other. It's beautiful to see in the community for me. It really is.
It's really important to understand that. I think if you're really ethical, you'd understand that people are drawn to different people, and that's just a natural thing. It's like when you've got a friend or a family member or any, that there are people that you're drawn to and those that you're not so drawn to. It doesn't mean to say you don't like them. It just means that you feel more comfortable with one person than the other and more able to share. And we wouldn't be very ethical if we thought that was wrong. I think that it's really important to have that connection, so that you can actually share. Sometimes really sensitive information and things like that are shared in coaching areas. So it's really important that they have that feeling of security and connection with a coach.
No, definitely. And, it's so beautiful to be able to say, okay, I've got this client, they've come to me for career coaching. We've had a few sessions. Actually, they need help with relationship coaching. I'm not one for relationships. That's not my niche, but actually I know all these coaches that you could possibly go to, and you refer them across. Karen is great with relationship, or Andini's great with relationship. You can refer them across and keep the help and support they need and make sure they're getting the best support for them. So really good point, Karen. Thank you for sharing that and bringing it in today's space. So my final question, and I want you to be open and honest. If you don't, you don't. If you do, you do. This is about getting people on lives who want to be honest about Coaching Minds. Is, would you recommend us, and why, or why not?
Without a doubt, obviously. Because you are totally ethical as a whole group. What you've built is beyond belief. You are so passionate about what you do, and that means all of the core people within Coaching Minds. But also, as we've mentioned, all the trainee coaches, etc. We are like a family, and we welcome people, and we always we encourage so much like this face-to-face communication, which hopefully comes across so that you can see how we feel, and how we deliver, and how inclusive we are, and how passionate. And I think that we're really grateful, and I mean all of the coaches that I have certainly interacted with are really grateful for how that works within Coaching Minds. So without a doubt.
Thank you so much, Karen. And we're conscious we don't always get everything right first time. We make mistakes, we come up with ideas, things happen, but we're always there to put it right, to make improvements, to listen to the feedback of anybody who's involved in our coaching program, in our hub. We just want to work to build, grow, and make it the safest, securest, and most positive platform that we can online. So thank you so much for sharing everything you shared there, Karen. I really appreciate your kind words, and for everything you give to us as well. You give a lot to Coaching Minds in terms of our hub, wisdom creators, stepping live, doing webinars. You really get yourself involved, and we're really grateful for everything you do too. So thank you so much, Karen. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.
Thank you. I'm going to go to the Facebook comments. Let's see if anybody has asked any questions. If you do have questions for myself or Karen, please drop them below. If you've got any questions about looking for a coach, any questions about being a coach, this is a good opportunity to ask them right now. So we've got a fair few people tuned in, which is good. So let's have a look what's come through. People are talking to each other. So Paula's tuned in, Priya's here, Shannon's tuned in, Lee Nye is tuned in, Alina Nista, Claire Cox. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in. It's wonderful to see you. If you do have any questions, please drop them in the comments box. So Paul Adams says, Priya, sorry, they're talking with each other. They're here to support each other. Priya says 100% to something that you said, so she's really resonating with what you're saying. Paula says, you explained that so well, Karen Fowler. And she's put, we are like a family, fostering love and giving support to not only ourselves, but our prime goal is to help people and give back to make this world a better place. And lots of love hearts. So yeah.
Most definitely.
Yeah, no, we can definitely resonate with that, Paula. And again, we're so grateful for you and what you give to this community as well. So thank you for being here, Paula. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for sharing such a beautiful comment. Okay, that's it in terms of what I can see on the comments. It does say there's 20, but Facebook is being a little bit strange. So if there is any questions, myself or Karen will come back and we'll drop a comment back to your question in the comments box. But if you want to reach out to Karen, find out more about Karen's coaching, find out more about Karen, find out more about a certification program, I'll find my words. Please feel free to drop Karen a message. If you want to learn more about Coaching Minds and what we do here, drop me a private message. I'm happy to have a call, a conversation to find out what it is you need and where you might fit best into our organization. So I'm going to say thank you, Karen, so much for being here today and taking out your time to share this space and share a little bit about your journey as a life coach and what you like about Coaching Minds. I really, really appreciate it.
My pleasure, and thank you. I can't see any comments, but thank you to everybody who has actually attended, and I'm more than happy to answer any questions later. So, yeah, just drop me a line, and it's a real pleasure to be here, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who's tuned in, who's live and watching this on the replay. Please put your comments through, and I hope you all have an amazing day and an amazing weekend ahead, and we'll speak to you soon.
Bye-bye.